Hi YouTube, this is Darren again at the Campbell Cabin. Yes, another chainsaw video today because I have a lot more to talk about. I want to tell you about the chainsaw. Most importantly, the chain brake right here. If you have a good saw, it's a necessity. If you have an old saw that does not have an operational chain brake, or if your saw's gummed up, not clean, and it's just a mess, if it's broken, you need a chain brake. I will tell you why you need a chain brake, and this could get pretty graphic, and it might get pretty loud. So now, are you ready? So let's just say you're cutting. Hold your ears, I'm getting loud. You're cutting, and then all of a sudden it kicks, and then watch what happens. It kicks, and it flings up, and it catches right there. That saw might continue to whop you in the face or hit you in the head, but I can tell you what, since your chain brake was working, it wasn't running. And there's a whole lot of stitches of difference right there, especially if it hits you somewhere, we don't want to talk about it, but you know what I'm saying. So the chain brake, number one, kicks up, hits your arm. It happens so fast, it's like a gunshot, bang. It's like, that thing will kick eventually, and I hope you got your chain brake working when it does. So now, another reason you want a good chain brake. I like to use the chain brake. I'm not always Mr. Safety, but if you want to continue to follow me over here, Mr. Cameraman. So, if you want to continue your firewood business or continue cutting firewood for your personal reasons, and you want to do it safely, what do you need? A good chain brake. Make sure it's working. So now, let's just say you're cutting, you're whatever you're doing, you're cutting, yeah, you spot. You're like, I'm out of work over here. I want to go over there. I want to cut that log. Well, what do? Okay, you got to reposition. Well, when you go, as soon as you go to walk up across them logs, and you whack that chain brake. What is that for? Well, that way, if you fall, when you're up on top of here, and you get ready to cut, get in good position, and you stumble down through there, you ain't squeezing that trigger and having that chain cut you. So you get to where you want to be. Just get used to that, everybody. You can cut, whatever. You want to move, just move it, slap that chain brake. And I know everybody don't do this. I know friends of mine, I talk to them about it. They're like, wow, I never thought about locking that chain brake to stumble around the logs. Well, let me tell you, makes a big difference, especially if you hit something. So you're cutting, and then you want to walk the whole way out around that pile, and you got to go over this mess. Lock that chain brake. You know you're not going to stumble and have that thing cut you up because you squeezed that trigger and went crazy on you. How about that, YouTube? Now, let's see. So, the chain brake comes up and kicks and locks. Also, supposedly, it works on inertia. Just the actual kick part flings it open. And here's how you test that. Here's how you test your chain brake. This is what I've heard. So the chain brake is off. Take your saw, hold it as a pivot, drop it like that. And you see how that flings out? Catches. And up. There, she's working. I guess I didn't fling out fast enough. So anyway, that's how you do it. That's what you do about the chain brake. Keep it clean. Make sure it's operational. If it breaks, get a new one. Get it fixed. Use it. So I hope this one was educational. If it was, follow me for another one. Have a good day, YouTube.